Greetings and salutations from cloudy South Louisiana. I'm on the Amite River just down the way from Brandon's house. It's getting cold out here. We're supposed to be having freezing weather all week. Maybe even some snow here, snow in Florida, who knows. Hopefully it doesn't get too cold because, you know, us South Louisianans, we got all kinds of issues when it gets cold. You know, roads, we don't know how to plow them, and pipes, we don't know how to not make them freeze, and all kinds of things of all that nature. So hopefully it doesn't get too bad, but crazy weather. 2025 started off with a bang. You know, all over the country things happen. New Orleans, New York, etc., etc., a bunch of shenanigans and nonsense, and I think those things will continue until we unify and say knock it off. But I hope everyone had a very Merry Christmas and a wonderful Happy New Year. I did notice that you know, there wasn't quite as many texts and well wishes and calls this year for both New Year's and Christmas, and so there wasn't near as many fireworks in the neighborhood. So I don't know if people are worried, concerned, out of money, can't afford the fireworks, no idea. But it was just a little bit different. It was a little quieter. You know, maybe different's good. You know, different might be real good, you know, because what we've been seeing hasn't been good. So different might be good. Maybe traditions are changing, no idea. But let me thank everyone that had welcomed me into their homes and had great conversations, stimulating conversations, and built a foundation of friendship with people across the United States. And I really do appreciate everyone that took the time to meet me and spend some time. It was wonderful. I had a fabulous time, and I really do appreciate everyone that did. Took a couple of weeks off after you know, during Christmas, and sometime in Florida with a bunch of my friends as well. Just after 12,000 miles of driving in under two months, I needed a little bit of time off. So I saw some friends, spent some great time with them, and tried to call Steve Emerson while I was in Florida. He phone went to voicemail each and every time, so I don't know if him and the wife were out gallivanting, he was on vacation, or he didn't feel like doing anything law. No idea, but I tried. I heard it was Lula's over close to Orlando where he is, so I was gonna see her when I saw him, but I didn't have a place to light over there. I heard while it was supposed to be a 90-minute drive, it could take up to 4 or 5 hours each way from east to west coast in Florida because of all the traffic. So I communicated with her and let her know I wouldn't be making it over there to see her, but I do want to thank her for all the website work she's done for us. Liberty Lover in Telegram. I'm shivering out here, it's freezing, but and this, like I said, my 8th time doing this, so everything's cold. So wanted to tell y'all I took a couple weeks off, and we'll be back on regular schedule this week. Alphonse and Brandon should be up next. Alphonse wants to talk about the Tax Injunction Act and all the tickets that Carmen got right before I got to Philadelphia, and the lawsuit they're going to bring about that. And so we'll be doing that next Sunday. Excuse me. And we'll be back on the educational tour. We had some requests to do formatting and Word for table of authorities, table of contents, and formatting of complaints and appellate briefs and things of that nature. So I will be getting to that. I think Jim McClellan said he wanted to help out with that. Whether he helps or not, we're going to get it done, but hopefully he joins us and participates. Tate's about to submit his brief to the Supreme Court, and he wants some amicus briefs. I'm gonna try to get him mine in the next few days if I can. Hopefully you've all communicated with him and are working on some of your own for that. I think the Supreme Court doesn't really accept amicus briefs from pro ses, but we're gonna try to force that issue here. So I want to tell you about my time in Florida. I didn't get to see Steve or Lula, but I did get to see Benny. I spent a couple nights with him. Went out to eat one night. They cooked for me the next night. It was a wonderful, peaceful place, very restful sleep. He's got a wonderful little piece of property out there, and he's working hard on all his legal stuff, trying to free the people of Florida of property taxes. That would be a wonderful thing. So 2025, I think we're going to see some of those victories we've been looking for finally, and some of the big victories we've been looking for. And I want to just give you my final update. And I also saw Deb Dia, which her name is Alex. She's from Germany. She's got cases going on, or she's about to have cases going on in Arkansas, New Mexico, maybe Colorado. So I don't envy her having to deal with lawyers and judges and in other states and all that stuff from Florida. But she lives on a beautiful little horse farm near Ocala, Florida, which is actually Crystal River she lives in. So you'll see a little clip of her and I having a conversation, and then me and Benny feeding the chickens and giving us a tour of the land. So just wanted to touch base with you all, tell you all thank you for all the warmth and generosity that you've all bestowed upon me around the country these last couple of months. It was great meeting you all. Thank you for anyone that contributed any resources to my travels. Frank, I'm talking to you. Can't wait to be back in Phoenix, see you and AJ. But and there's some other people that did as well, but probably don't want to be mentioned, so I won't. But we're here in the early January, and we're going to see what 2025 has to offer. And I'm going to go inside before I freeze. So, like I said, pray that we don't get 20-degree weather, but if we do, we do, and we'll make it. So we will see what happens, and we'll catch you guys on the flip side. Oh, they're waiting for a feed, and they hear it coming. They know. They know. Oh, let's see. Yes.
Because this property's been mowed for so many years, it has nothing, no carbon in the soil to hold nutrients. If you feed it, it goes straight down to the water table, because it's sand. I could dig 6 inches down and it's beach sand, and it's just beach sand for the next 10 feet until whatever else I run into. So as a result, we just started letting everything grow, and that's when we had code enforcement called on us, which is what started my legal journey. But since then, they've left us alone, and we now have like 3 times the amount of gopher tortoises. We have more birds than I've ever seen here, bugs, wildlife. We have predator pests, which are what eat the bugs to keep everything else down, so I don't have to spray everything and whatnot. For here, I'm trying to do different varieties of bananas, because that's pretty much something I can set it and forget it.
You have any blue martins?
Bluebirds?
Blue martins? Martins? Blue martins? They eat mosquitoes.
We have more dragonflies.
Oh, that'll work too.
Yeah, so we also have bats. Bats will live in the palm trees like this when the fronds fall, and those will be where they'll hide in, and they'll create their bats' nests in this type of environment here. We also had the least amount of tree damage. Trees falling down, trees broken, because the soil is sequestered and protected by more plants than just nothing but mowed stuff. So my neighbor next door, who's all mowed grass, my neighbor here is all mowed grass, every tree got broken or fell or was damaged. So there's something to be said for, this is 4 years now of not mowing lawns, trying different things to see what will grow, what won't grow. The next thing I'm going to do is biochar. And so I'm taking everything that we burn and we sprinkle it everywhere, so that as it works its way down into the sand, all of the carbon inside of the biochar acts as a hold it for water, nutrients, bacteria, things like that, which creates a more viable atmosphere. If you combine that with all of the digging from the tortoises, it's like badgers in the Yellowstone or wherever it was, that they were trying to restore the forest damages and whatnot. So we have several different types of oaks here. Some of them will get Spanish moss, some of them will not. They're just not attracted to that type of tree. And I think these are the live oaks with the Spanish moss.
Yeah, it's the water oak.
Yeah, that one just won't have it. Like maybe a caught on a dead branch, but in general it's not anywhere else on the tree.
Yeah.
I have a couple of mangoes. They've had a rough start because we actually had 26-degree weather here for like 6 hours, which killed a lot of plants a couple of years ago.
Mango is my favorite.
Mine too, buddy, mine too. I have a friend down south named Mango Mike. He's got 30 acres of this.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So he's done well there. But basically we have, that is a natural guava tree over there, so I'll get local guava off of that. That's delicious.
It is.
And then from there,
It's a Cuban favorite. A Cuban favorite.
any Caribbean favorite, if you will.
Yeah. Okay.
Now the big thing that these here, the Spanish needles. So this is the one that everybody gets stuck on, and they have those two-pronged. This is not an invasive species. It's not even a noxious species. It's a native species, which means it's not something you can ban. So somebody from code enforcement is trying to tell you, oh, that's a weed. No, a weed is a name. Oh, that's a noxious species. No, it's not a noxious species. Well, it's invasive. No, it's not invasive. It's native. You can't do anything about it. Go away. But they're still going to try to fight with you unless you learn how to argue those out. If you're in an agricultural state, it's actually going to be much easier to argue this because they have more supportive stuff for you than a state that is more cities-wise.
Right.
So
Maryland and Delaware. Maryland, Delaware.
Or
Yeah.
Massachusetts,
Yeah.
which used to be farmland,
Sure.
is now built out.
Yeah.
But this is 2 acres.
Wow.
I would rather have 5 if I was going to try to do sustainable farming and put in more different types of trees. But all trees on a farm, it takes 7 years to mature before you really get fruits and stuff off of them unless you have a graft. So that's just like homesteading back in the 1800s anyways. You had to prove it. You had to stay on the farm for 8 years, 7 years before you got your land patent.
Right.
And if you kept farming and selling to the community, then you paid an excise tax. And you got your license after 1865. So you paid your use, but you're still not directly taxed on your property. We just don't know that anymore, which is the sad thing.
Yeah. The fruit trees are valuable on land.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
It takes so long.
if I really wanted to speed up the carbon sequestering of my property, I would add ruminants, basically goats, something that is going to increase the fecal matter of the area. And that is just going to, in turn, down the road, do more things. But as is, these guys strip the ground, so they're not that efficient a ruminant animal for me, if you will.
Squirrel helps. Squirrel.
Well, that still takes time to compost. It's too hot,
Yeah.
too much high of
Oh,
ammonia and nitrogen. It will burn this stuff. Rabbits, on the other hand, do better.
Oh, yeah.
That's cold fertilizer, if you will.
Yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is Alex. Where are you from, Alex?
Germany.
She's from Germany, but she lives where?
Technically,
Yeah, where do you live right now?
I don't know. I just live.
Crystal River, Florida, right? Isn't that where? Is that where we are?
We are
All
here.
right,
Yes.
All right. Well, I think she stays here. I don't know. I don't know. And you got lawsuits going where?
California. Coming up 2 other states.
Yeah, Arkansas, maybe.
New Mexico.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah.
That's a long way from Florida, folks. I'm not envious of litigating in other states. We tried in Chattanooga, and it's a lot. But anyway, what you live out here on this farm, all peaceful. You were a world traveler.
Yes. Well, kind of. Almost. Sort of.
Almost. How many continents you been to?
5.
Okay, that's a world traveler. Yeah, don't you think?
Touching on has some elements on it of it. Yes. But you have been too, right?
Yeah. No, I mean I've been to a couple continents. I mean I haven't
To a couple?
I haven't been to 5.
So you've been to no, you haven't been to
I've been
Australia.
to North and South America. That's pretty much it.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah,
Oh.
I never went to Europe. I never really wanted to go to Europe.
Oh
Sorry.
no, there's nothing there.
Sorry. Yeah.
No good bread, no good beer, no nothing.
Maybe
No less toxins.
Scotland. Scotland sounds good. I'd like to maybe see Germany too. You know,
Yeah.
But you know, I don't know. I'd rather go to Australia or New Zealand, Asia, Africa.
Oh, Asia's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, Australia's good. Africa, maybe. Yeah.
All right. What you want to tell the people?
I would love to tell the people to get back to the foundation of this country and start looking from there. And the foundation is the Constitution with the enumerated powers and nothing more. And I think if we start from there, it would serve us much better, because then we can pinpoint on what is possibly not authorized that we deem to be authorized. So if we start unraveling from that ground foundation, that would be so much more coming back to the truth. And
So you'd say that the American people need to educate themselves.
I can't tell them what they need. I just think it would be useful.
Well, they need to
So-
know how their government works, right? How the
Oh,
system
yeah,
of government
absolutely,
works,
yeah,
which
but
they
they're-
clearly do not.
They don't, and it's by design. So, I mean, for every parents, like I encourage the parents to teach their children about the foundation of this beautiful country, actually. And I mean, it's amazing. It's like I don't know any other country that has this beautiful, very thoughtful foundation with limited government and yeah, limitations on and protecting limitations that serve to protect the freedom and the liberties of the people.
We have the perception of freedom, right?
Yeah, and right now it's been so like infested. I mean, you don't even recognize it anymore. Like once you start reading the Constitution, I don't know, I just got shocked when I look at reality, what's actually happening, what's actually out here. I'm just shocked. Mold issues.
Yeah. It's just an infestation, I believe, is what we call it. But
Yeah.
this is Alex. Her name on Telegram is Deb Dia.
Yes.
Okay? Deb Dia.
Yes.
So if you want to look her up, she's in Florida. And are you in the Florida chat rooms, or you're in New Mexico and California since you're?
I don't even know
you-
Florida chat rooms.
Okay. All right.
Is there?
In the Big Sib main chat, there's it's
Oh
broken
yeah,
down by
I'm in there.
state.
I'm in
Yeah.
there. Yes.
Broken
yes.
down by
Yeah.
state, so help
Yeah.
everybody out
Yeah.
on the same issues. But anyway,
Yeah.
look her up. She's got a lot of things moving forward. So thank you very much for having me.
Thank you for coming here.
Yeah, it was
so
wonderful.
nice meeting this guy.
Yes,
Like, this
it's
is-
absolutely beautiful
Yeah,
out here.
yeah.
You know, it's a very peaceful spot. You know, got a bunch of horses around here, and maybe next time we can saddle some up.
Sure. You're
Look
more
at the
experienced than
the
I am in
surprise-
this. So.
The surprise in her face.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, but
Let's think about that.
thank you for having me out here. I appreciate
Thank you for
it.
coming here.
Yeah, of course.